Guys, welcome back. This is Mike Hermes at MH Tutorials, and today we are going to model a vintage pocket watch. Okay, so let's get started with that. We are going to start with a polygon sphere. We're going to drag that out. We're going to increase subdivisions to 60, like so. We're going to switch to our front view. We're going to select the, actually we're going to go to face first. We're going to drag select the top half and we're going to hit delete like that. Then we're going to hit 5 for shaded mode, right click, object mode, and we are going to hit R and we're going to scale that in quite a bit to something like that. That looks about right. Okay, just going to pull it up a little. All right. Then we are going to right click, go to edge, double click on the top edge. We're going to switch to our polygon menu and we're going to hit edit mesh and extrude. We're going to hit R. Just try that again. Edit mesh and extrude. Sometimes it just doesn't want to play ball. There we go. Okay. We're going to hit edit mesh and extrude again. We're going to push down just a little and edit mesh and extrude again. And we're going to hit R and we're going to scale it in somewhere like so. Okay. All right. So we got that to start with. Next, we are going to take a polygon cylinder. We're going to drag that out and we're going to pull that up just a little bit, make it nice and thin, not too thick. Okay. Again, we're going to go to our attribute editor. We're going to increase subdivisions to 60. We're going to go with 0 caps like so. And we're going to take that, object mode, take that guy. We're going to go to our Polycylinder 1 tab and we're going to set the translate values to 0 like so. So it's underneath right now. We're going to select it, hit W, we're going to pull it straight up. And now we need to position that on that edge. Okay, so we're going to switch to our top view. This should be at 0 as well, so it's nice and centered. There we go. And that is our face cylinder. We're going to drag that out. And I'm just going to check from my perspective view so I can see a bit better whether it's fitting. Hit F to zoom in. We're getting pretty close, but we need a bit more. Something like that. Okay, that looks about right. Cool. Okay, and we're going to take this guy and we are going to hit Control D to duplicate that. W to move it over to about here. We're going to switch to our front view. We're going to hit the insert key and we're going to pull that center pivot to that position. And we're going to hit E and we're going to rotate that. Let's say something like that. Okay. Good so far. All right. Now we are going to apply some material, and I like doing that in an early stage. So we got these two here. We're going to right click, assign new material. We're going to go with an MIA underscore X. There we go. Go to the material tab, select presets, and we're going to start off with the copper that we are going to tweak later on. Okay. And we're going to go to this face here, right click face, there we go. Right click, assign a material. We're going to go with a Lambert. There we go. We're going to click on the color checker tab. Yeah, there we go. We're going to select file. We're going to click our folder. And I got a file here somewhere. Let me see where to go. There we go. That's a watch face that I found. All right. Let's click on this guy here so we can see what's going on. Okay. Obviously, it's not positioned correctly yet. So we got that selected. We're going to go to create UV, and we are going to click on planar mapping. And then we're going to go to edit UV texture editor. And let's see if we can tweak that a little bit. Okay, right click, UV, drag, select it. We're going to hit R, and we're going to scale it in until the edges meet up. That looks a bit better. Okay, that's about right. So we need to rotate it a bit. So we're going to go to object mode. We're going to hit E, and we are going to rotate that. I'll do that for my top view to be a bit more accurate. 5 for shaded mode. There we go. That looks about right. Okay. So now that we got that, we are going to, let's see what's going on here. It's not accurate enough. Okay, and just need to tweak it a bit more. Face, there we go. Edit UVs, UV texture editor. It looks like, yeah, we got a little gap there. Okay, so right click again, UV, drag select that, hit R, and make sure we're inside. Yeah, that is a bit better, I would say. That looks a bit cleaner. Yeah, it's not exactly, my image is not exactly round apparently, so what I can do is go to object mode, scale that in just a little. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Okay, so we got that. Now we are going to set up the arms of the clock, so to speak. So we're going to take a polygon cylinder. We're going to pull that up. We're going to increase subdivisions to 60. And we're going to tweak the shape a bit. So we're going to go over to the side view. I'll just move this a bit out of the way so we've got a bit more space to work with. We're going to go to Edit Mesh, Insert Edge Loop Tool, and we're going to do one there, and one there. We're going to hit Q. We're going to right click, go to Face, drag select these top 3, Edit Mesh, Extrude, hit R, scale that in like so. We're going to repeat that with these two, Edit Mesh, Extrude, hit R, and scale that in, and scale that up like that. Right click object mode, there we go. And we are going to set the translate value to 0, so it's nice and centered. There we go. And now we need to scale it a bit. So let's see how much. We're going to scale that in. Just check from our top view so we can see it a bit better. Okay. Ready. Let me think. This is centered, but the hole in my image is not centered exactly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it up just a tad. Okay. As far as size, this is about it. Yeah, that looks about right. Let's see from a height point of view if it's not too high. I don't think so. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay. And we're going to take that guy and we're going to hit Control D, hit W, and we're going to move it down because we've got one over there as well. We're going to hit F to zoom in. This one is a bit smaller, so we're going to move it into position there. Okay, that should be about right. We're going to select these two, right click, assign new material, MIA_X, there we go. Select our material tab, go to presets, copper, and replace. So we've got these two. Okay, now next we are going to create these arms, if you will. I don't know what they're called, but let's call them arms. Okay. So we're going to create a polygon cube. We're going to keep that nice and flat, not too thick. Okay. We're going to give it some subdivision. Let's say 20. Okay. And then we're going to switch to our top view, hit F to zoom in, and we're going to start to get that into shape. Okay. So right click, go to vertex. We're going to drag select these, hit R, scale that in, maybe these two as well a bit. And it's just, you know, this is going to be quite small anyway, but, you know, we need to give it something that we can live with. Okay, we're going to scale this in again, just so it looks nice. Maybe that's a bit much. Something like that. We're going to right click on it, object mode. Let's try a soft select, so shift right click smooth. That doesn't look too bad. Okay, and obviously we need to scale it down quite a bit in a sec. Okay, so first we are going to go to our Polycube tab. We're going to set the values to 0 to get it central. We're going to select it, hit F to zoom in. Now, first we need to give it some height. So we're going to hit W, we're going to move that up to about there. We're going to scale it down quite a bit. Okay. We're going to hit W and we're going to move it to about there. And I think it's still too big, so we're going to stretch it out. Something like that. And it's a bit thick, so we're going to push it in like that to make it nice and nice and small. Okay, so we've got one there. Now, obviously, we need one more. So we're going to hit Control D to duplicate that. We're going to move that out of the way like that. We're going to set this guy to 0 as well. And let me see. Okay, we're going to pull that up. Make sure that we're at the same height. And we are not. So now we are. Okay. Let me think. So we need to hit the insert key. We're going to move that pivot point to about there. We're going to hit W. We're going to move it like that. We're going to hit E, and we're going to rotate that to something like that. And this should be a bit shorter, so we're going to pull that one down just a bit. And from a top view, let's see how that looks. Something like that. Okay, not too bad. We're going to select these two and let's make them I'm wondering if I should use the same color. Yeah, why not? Okay, so assign existing material, and there we go. All right. Now we need one needle down here, so we're going to hit Control D on that one. We're going to pull that down. Hit F to zoom in. That one obviously needs to come down a bit to about so. And we're going to hit R and we're going to scale it in quite a bit, which will even a bit more because we need to move it. Let's do that from our top view. Okay, so that would be about right, I think. Let's zoom in a bit. 4 for wireframe. And there we go. Now, I don't want that to be exact same angle as that one. So I'm going to rotate it a bit. Let's go with that. Okay, so we got that. All right, next we need to create a hinge over here. Okay, so for that we are going to create, let me think, a polygon pipe. I'm going to pull that up, hit E to rotate it by 90. Let me think, 90. There we go. We are going to select that guy. We're going to zoom in, give it some more subdivision. Let's say 60, so it's nice and round. We're going to right click on edge, double click that outer edge and that one. Edit mesh and bevel. Right click, object mode, and we're going to stretch it out a little bit. We're going to hit Control D to duplicate it. We're going to pull that out like so. Looks about right. And we're going to take a polygon cylinder, pull that out, hit E, flip it over to 90 degrees. Give it some subdivision, again 60. I'm going to bevel these outer edges, so right click edge, double click that edge, double click that edge, edit mesh and bevel. Yeah, right click, object mode, scale it down quite a bit because it has to fit in the hole that we created. So we're going to move that into position. Let's check our angles here. That angle is best. Okay. So we're going to move that roughly to the center. We're going to start to scale that out. And now we are going to make sure that it's in the center. Scale it a bit more. There we go. Check it from this view. Hit W and pull that in. R to scale it out. Like that. And now we're going to select these three. Go to Mesh, Combine. Okay. And now we're going to get this thing into position. Hit W. Hang on. Modify center pivot. And obviously we need to scale the whole thing down quite a bit. F to zoom in. Okay, so we need to move this guy a little bit. Let's see how that looks. Okay, we're going to move it. Let's just check if it's close enough from all angles. It looks okay. Okay, we're going to make a little clip on here. So for that, we are going to create a polygon cube, and we're going to pull it up just a little, make it very thin, something like that. Give it some subdivision. And we are going to go to this angle here, and we're going to start to tweak that. Okay, so right click, go to vertex, and we are going to start to shape that somewhat. We're going to get rid of that. Hang on. Just going to get rid of that. Go back to vertex. Let's see what we got so far. Not too happy with that yet, but we'll see what it looks like when we're done. I'm going to scale it in quite a bit. Something like that. Scale it in like that as well. Hit F to zoom in. Okay. I'm going to right click, go to edge, drag, select the edges, edit mesh and bevel, and shift right click. Hang on, object mode, shift right click, smooth. It's not too bad, we just need to close up this gap here. Go to edge, looks like we got them all. Go to edit mesh. Hang on, no. Yeah, go to mesh and fill hole. There we go. And we're going to right click here, go to edge. Take them again. Edit mesh and bevel. And let's see if that works for us. Yeah, something like that. Okay. So we're going to right click, go to object mode. And we are going to move that guy up and in. We're going to rotate it. I'll just switch my views here. That's a better view. Okay, we're going to pull that up. Rotate it some more. And it's still, excuse me, it's still fairly big, so we're going to pull it down even some more. And let's see if that is centered. Almost. All right, we're going to select this guy, right click, assign existing material. There we go. So we got that. Now we need for something that can clamp onto. So we're going to create a small polygon cylinder, hit E, rotate that 90 degrees, minus 90, there we go. Increase subdivisions to 60. And we're going to make that very, very small. So we need to move that over. I'll just check my various angles here. Okay, so this guy needs to go over there. And from this view, make sure we're in the middle. That looks about right. Hit F to zoom in. We're going to scale this down big time. We're going to move that into position. Pull it up a little and stretch it out a bit. Like that. We're going to select it, right click, assign existing material. There we go. And shift right click and smooth. Yeah, that looks better and it's in contact. Okay. So we got that. Now we need to create the winding thingy, whatever that thing is called. So for that, we're going to create a polygon cube. We're going to pull that up, hit E, flip that over by 90 degrees, minus 90, like that. From our top view, we're going to move that and move that down. And just check it from this view here. It has to go down quite a bit. And we have to scale it in quite a bit. Maybe even, excuse me. Sorry for that, a bit of a cough going on. Okay, we're going to scale it in. And we just want it to make contact, but not more than that. It has to be inside the casing down here, but we can't have it sticking out here. So we are going to go to our this view here. Let's see if that's the right angle. Yes, it is. We're going to right click, go to vertex on this guy. Hang on, object mode, right click, vertex. And we're going to select these top vertices and we're just going to pull them back a little. Oop, not that one. That should look about right. Right click object mode, select that, right click, assign existing material and the same material. Okay. Now we need to create a polygon cylinder, which is a bit bigger, something like that. We are going to right click face. We're going to go round. Now I didn't take into account the number of faces, so hopefully that works out okay. Yeah, I'm in luck. All right. So we got that. We're going to go to edit mesh and extrude. We're going to hit R and we're going to scale that out a little like that. And we're going to push it in like that. All right, something like so. Right click object mode, select that guy, shift right click and smooth. Let's see. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's see if I don't smooth it. Actually, I'm going to try something else. Right click edge, drag select all the edges, edit mesh and bevel. Yeah, I like that better. Let's see if we can tweak that a bit. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. So we're going to select that guy. We're going to hit E. We're going to flip it over. Come on. Flip it over by minus 270. There we go. From our top view, we're going to hit F to zoom in. And we're going to get that guy into position. And we're going to pull it down. Doesn't look centered for some reason. But it is. Okay. So what have we got so far? So yeah, we need to pull that guy down. We'll do that from this angle. And yeah, so we've got that. We're going to select that object, assign existing material, and we've got the same material going on. Okay. So now we need to create a, let me think. Yeah, we're going to create a polygon torus. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay. Drag that out in the grid. We've got that. We're going to increase the subdivisions to 60 by 60, like that. Okay. We are going to tweak the section radius to 0.1. That's a bit thin. 2, yeah, we're getting there. We're going to scale this guy down, co-ide a bit. And we're going to start to move that into position. So hit W, move that in. And let's see what we got. Move that up here. Excuse me. Now, this needs to be around here somewhere. So what we're going to do is we're going to stretch this guy out. That looks better. Let's check if we're at the right height. Pull that down. That should be about right. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit high, I think. Oh, sorry about that. A lot of stuff going on. Okay, I think we need to bring it down a little bit, but not much. Okay, cool. So now that we got that, again, assign the same material. Get rid of that guy. Okay. So we got that going on. And for some reason I assigned material to my faceplate here, which is not good. So I'm just gonna switch back and fix that. So right click, assign new material, elaborate. Just gonna quickly go through that, guys. Where is it? Where is it? Watch, watch, watch. There we go. And it should still be okay. And it is. Okay, cool. So we got that. And then we got that thingy going on there. Okay. So now, I mean, we can do change and a lot of other stuff, but I think this looks pretty good. So we're just going to drag select the whole thing. There we go. Drag select the whole thing. Mesh combine. We're going to pull that up a little bit. Make sure it's sitting on top of my grid. There we go. We're going to create a quick ground plane for that. Something like that. Right click on that, assign new material. We're going to go with a Fong E material. We're going to make that white. Actually, I forgot something fairly important, actually very important, which is the glass that's going to go on top. That's pretty stupid I forgot that, but okay. Okay, we're going to do that quickly. We're going to create a polygon cylinder like that. We're going to drag it up. Let me think, is that the best way to approach it? No, actually, I want to have it a little bit curved, so I'm just going to get rid of that. I'm going to take a polygon sphere, pull that up, change that to 60 by 60. Okay. We're going to switch views, pull this guy over here, right click, go to face, drag, select a fairly big portion, something like that. We're going to hit delete, right click, go to object mode. We're going to set the translate values to 0. So it's in place. And we are going to hit F to zoom in, hit R, and we're going to start to flatten that to something like that. We're going to pull that up. It has to be high enough to cover the needles, so to speak. Going to go to our top view, hit F. We're going to hit R, and we're going to scale that out. I like to check it from this angle here. And it looks like we need to come down a bit. Just check from this angle. Something like that. And now I just need to make sure that, yeah, okay. As you can see, it's not in position correctly, so we need to tweak that a bit. So we need to scale it out a bit. Oh, there we go. It's at an angle. That's the problem. Scale it back. Pull it up. Scale it out a bit more. We're starting to get there. That looks better. Okay. Just check from all angles. I think we're okay. Right click, assign new material. We're going to go with an MIA material. We're going to go to Material tab, Presets, Glass Solid, and Replace. And then we're going to go down here, and for this color, which is a bit blue, we're going to go with yellow and make that an extremely soft yellow, something like that. Okay, so we got that all set up. We're going to create some quick lighting. So create lights, point light. We're going to pull that up, pull that out to, let's say, somewhere over here. We are going to hit Control D and duplicate that. One over here. We're going to select them both. Go to our point light shape and to our shadow tab. We're going to use ray trace shadows. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to switch to 4 and 12. That's good. And I'm going to set up some image-based lighting. So I'm going to go to my render settings. Switch to mental ray, and you have to do that because you use some mental ray materials. In my indirect lighting, I'm going to select image-based lighting, which will allow me to select an HDRI file, and I'll just quickly get one of those. Let's go with, let me see, I got a sky scene here, a studio. I'll go with that one. And you can get a lot of these free HDRI files on www.pixels-forum.com. So, okay. So we got that. We got lighting set up. We got shadows set up. We're going to go for our render angle, which I think something like that would be cool. We're quickly going to set up our render settings. So I'm going to use global illumination. I'm not going to use funnel gathering. I'm going to increase my quality to 1.25. My comment tab, I'm going to increase my image size to HD 1080. I'm going to hit render. I'm going to pause while I do that so you guys don't have to wait, and I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay guys, I'm back. Well, this is the final render. I realize that we're going through this pretty quick, and you know, we should be able to fine-tune this, but the intentions of my tutorials are to get you on your way, so to speak. So go nuts with it, make it your own, and enjoy modeling. This is it. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.